Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Conan Guitar and to a great song from Conan Gray called Yours. So this is a deep and nice song from Gray here. So we will start with this song with no need for any capo. We have 6 different chords to handle here. I'm gonna show you one very easy way to play this song because yeah, it's very scaled down if you want to, just downs pretty much through the entire song except from the ending. But you can also play it a little bit more advanced since this is a piano based song, so there will be a lot of picking here if you want to. So I'm going to show you both ways, and nothing is wrong or right here. It's up to you to choose to play it in your way. So yeah, with that said, let's start with the chords. Like I said, no need for any capo. So we'll start with B minor. So that's a bar here on the 2nd fret from the A string and down, 5 strings. And the rest will be 4th on D, 4th on G, and 3rd on B. Next chord will be G. Normally we play it like this. I suggest that you play with a bar chord, because there you will have the opportunity to choose between playing downs with the bar chord or the picking, and if you choose to play the picking, you need to play it with this bar chord, because otherwise it will be very hard for you. So that's why I'm gonna show you the G in bar chord. I showed you in the introduction here of this tutorial with the standard G, and yeah, that's just for you. If you want to play just downs, then go for standard G. But now I'm going to show you the G bar chord. So you will have a bar here on the 3rd fret, all strings, and the rest will be 5th on A, 5th on D, and 4th on G. So that's the G with bar. I'm going to give you the standard G without bar chord, and that will be 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. This one you can only use if you play downs. All right. Next chord will be A. So that is open A, 2nd D, 2nd G, 2nd B, and open E. In some places here, you can also just put a bar here on it, and that bar will be from the 4th string and down on the 2nd fret. So from D string and down, 2nd fret, that's an A. Next chord will be E minor. So that is open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, open G, open B, and open E. And then we will have a final chord, and that could be, it's actually D here, but we will play the D here, but with a C sharp in the bass. So that will be a bar. You can put a bar here on the 3rd fret, sorry, 2nd fret from the G string and down, and the rest will be 4th on A and also open D, like that. right? So that's the D chord, but with a C sharp in the bass. And that grip you will only use when you are playing the downstrokes, okay? So there you have the chords. Now let's start with the intro. This intro is based upon the B minor, G, D, and A, okay? So it goes like this. That part we will have with us almost through entire intro here for all chords. And then comes the B minor, G, D, and A. So we'll start with this. So that will be 3rd fret on B string, then 5th fret on B string, back to 3rd fret on B string, and open B. So everything is on B, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, open. And what I do here, I don't pick all these 4 notes. So I use the hammer on and pull off technique. So I pick the first one, the 3rd fret B string, and then I hammer on the 5th and I pull off to get the 3rd again. So all these 3 notes are just one pick with my right hand. And then of course I need to pick the open B. I don't need to, you really can pull off it like that, but I use the pick here on the open B as well. So 4 notes, 2 picks. That's what I do. That's. And then starts the chords. The first chord will be B minor. So here, what you really need is the 2nd fret on A string and play that together with the 3rd fret B string. It's enough, but if I play all strings from the B chord, the B minor, and that is the A, D, G, and B string. So I pick all these 4 strings together to get a bigger sound. So when I do that 1 time, and then I continue with 2 times more on the 3rd fret B string. So 1, 2. All right. So that is the B minor part. So, and then comes the B minor. Right? Let's move over to the G part. You will start in the same way. And then we have the G, like this, the bar chord G. They're gonna pick the 3rd fret on E string, this one, together with the 3rd fret B string. That's enough, but I pick all strings, almost all strings in between there. So I pick the E, the D, G, and B. The first one, and then I continue with 2 more on the 3rd fret B string, and that's the G parts. Okay, so it will be next we will have the D. Starts in the same way, we know that by now. And now you grab the D chord, that's the best way here. It's enough to play just the open D string together with the 2nd E. But I play, again, all strings there, so D, G, B, and E from the chord. And 2 more picks on the 2nd fret E string. So the D part was the same there, starting in the same way, and then we have the final part. That's the A based chord. So that will be so a different start there. It will be from the D chord. You can say 2nd fret E string. Then I lift off and take the open E, and then 3rd B and 2nd G. And then I hit the A chord as it is and play the open A together with 2nd B. That's enough, but I play all strings in between, so A, D, G, and B from the chord, and 2 more downs or picks on the 2nd fret B string. And that is 1 round. So I'm gonna take you through this very slowly so you can really hear what we're playing. And yeah, let's start from B minor. That is one round. And that is the only round you need for this intro, and then starts the actual song. Starts with the first verse. We will play only downs for the first verse and the pre-chorus. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the chords and the number of downs, and I'm gonna play along and speak meanwhile. So we're just gonna go through this first verse and pre-chorus, starting with B minor, 4 downs. G, 4 downs, then D, 4 downs, and A, 4 downs. This is one chord progression round. Everything will be repeated again. So 4 downs on B minor, 4 downs on G, 4 downs on D, and 4 downs on A. So 2 rounds, and that will be your first verse. Now starts the pre-chorus. All I really wanted was that look in your eyes. That's where we're on the lyrics. So that's the pre-chorus, starting with E minor, 4 downs, then A, 4 downs, then back to E minor, 4 downs, and you end with A, just 1 down and a pause. And that builds up for the chorus. But I'm not yours, that's where we are in the lyrics, and that's how the chorus starts. So now we are at the point where you can continue to play just downs, and I'm gonna give you that first, how to do that, and then I'm gonna show you the more advanced way of playing the picking. All right, so if you just go with the downs, we will have the G first, 4 downs, then A, 4 downs, then D, 2 downs, then the D with the C sharp, 2 downs, and then B minor, 4 downs. This short chord progression will repeat again. So for 2 rounds you're gonna play the same. So let's go again. G, 4 downs, A, 4 downs, then D, 2 downs, the D, C, 2 downs, and B minor, 4 downs. And then you're gonna play just 1 down on G and 1 down on A. And then we have a final chord, it's the D. Okay, the D chord here, you can play, or you should play 4 downs. And that builds up for the next verse. So this first chorus actually ends with 4 downs on D. All right, so that is how it looks like when you play just the downs. Now let's go over to a more advanced way of playing. It's not that hard, it's just you need to incorporate more notes and learn this pattern, because this pattern will be played pretty much in the same way through the entire song, or the picking rounds. And yeah, it's just different grips. So now is where we really need the G bar chord. I'm gonna take you through 6 different chords. Not all these chords will be used here for this course, but they will be used later. So I'm just gonna give you the patterns now, and then you know how to handle the chords as they come further along with the song. All right, so the G pattern will be like this. All right, so you play the bass note here just for the first round. So if we're gonna play G 4 rounds, you're just gonna play the bass for the first round. So I'm gonna show you the first round for all the chords. So now it will be 3rd on E string, this one, together with 3rd on B. So then fourth on G, fifth on D, and back to fourth on G. That is one round. So, but if it continues like it does here for this G for 4 rounds, you will skip the bass note here, the third E string, for the next 3 rounds. So that means you're gonna play 4 rounds. It will be like this, bass in the first round, and then without on round 2, 3, and 4. All right. It's not damage done if you play the bass for all rounds there, but it's a little bit too much. So keep it with the first round only. All right, so that is the G pattern. Now let's look at the A pattern, like this. That's how it sounds. Here you're gonna play the bass note, which is the open A, together with second B, like this, and then second G, second D, and second G. So bass only for first round, next rounds without the bass, everything else is played in the same way. Here you can also have the possibility to play just a bar chord, because you will not use the open E, which is included in the standard A. For this picking, you don't go down to E, so that means you can just play and put a bar. And actually, for this course, I will suggest that you put a bar here. Actually, it will be later, and you will understand that it will be later better to have a bar there, since the chords that comes right after, it's good to have a bar there. All right, so I played with a bar on A. So that is 4 rounds. So next chord will be the D, and that is not played like we played the D for just downs. So this is the D now. So I keep the bar from A, because I'm gonna play the D right after the A. So I keep the bar here on the 2nd fret from the D string and down. And then I just add, or just a couple of fingers here you want to use, 5th fret on A string, 4th fret on D string, and 3rd fret on the B string. So this is the grip. So when you have that grip, you're gonna play 5th on A together with 3rd B, then 2nd G, then 4th D, and this is where you need the bar here. Sorry, on 3rd, yeah, on 2nd G actually, so yeah. So let's go back and take that again. 5th on A together with 3rd B, then 2nd on G, 4th on D, and 2nd on G. So that is the pattern. Then we have the D, but with C sharp in the bass. And the only difference there is that you need to play the 4th fret on the A string instead of 5th. So you just go in with your little pinky here on the 4th fret and play everything the same pattern. So that will give you 4th on A together with 3rd B, then 2nd on G, 4th on D, and back to 2nd on G. Then we have the B minor chord. Here, from this D to the D C chord, you will just take this little pinky away and go up 1 string with your bar, and even include the 2nd fret's A string. There you have the B minor based picking, okay? So it goes from this grip with a little pinky into this grip to the D C chord, and to the B minor, you just take this pinky away and go up with your bar finger. And with that grip, the B minor chord, this is actually a B minor 7 like it is, but yeah. Anyway, it sounds like this. So that will be 2nd on A together with 3rd B, then 2nd on G, 4th D, and 2nd on G. So same strings, same pattern, all right? Just different grips. This is what we need for the chorus, but I'm gonna give you one extra chord, and that is the E minor, which is used later in the pre-chorus. And the E minor grip and sound is like this. All right, so that is a grip here on 3rd fret B string, 4th fret G string, and 5th fret D string. You will play the open E string in the bass together with 3rd B string, then 4th G, 5th D, and back to 4th G. Alright, so there you have all the chords you need for the picking. Alright, so with that said, we can go over the chorus again. We played it with downs, and the amount of downs we use for the chorus will be the same, of course, when it comes to the picking around. So that means 4 Gs, then 4 As, then 4 Ds, then, sorry, 2 Ds, then 2 DCs, and 4 B minors. You will play that again, 4 Gs, 4 As, then 2 Ds, 2 DCs, and 4 B minors. And then you play just 1 down on G, 1 down on A, and the last chord was D4. And here you need to play the picking. You don't need to. I prefer for the song to play the picking here because it continues. This D will be like a bridge into the next part, which is the second verse. All right. So the second verse here, you can choose to play either the downs or the picking. So if you play the downs and picking, doesn't matter when it comes to the amount of times. You're gonna play 4 B minors, 4 Gs, 4 Ds, and 4 As. We don't have to go through that. We know by now how the picking goes and how the downs goes. And that takes us to the next part, the second pre-chorus, played in the same way as the first pre-chorus. Nothing changes there. It's pick or downs. Then comes the second chorus, and this one is played in the exact same way as the first chorus we just looked at. The only difference here is we don't have this D in the end. So it's exactly the same without the D. Why? Because this D will not be a bridge into the second verse like it was in the first chorus. It will be, after this chorus, an outro part. So this outro part now will be with a strumming pattern. All right. And this outro will be the chords E minor, A, D, B minor. Okay. You will play that for 2 rounds. And the strumming will be like this. It starts with E minor and it will go like this. So 1 round is 4 downs, and you want to emphasize the 3rd down, and I do it in the way that I'm playing on the bass strings for the other downs, but the one I want to emphasize, the 3rd, I play on the top strings. So that will be total of 4 downs, 3rd down emphasized, bass, bass, top, bass. That is 1 round. So So, E minor 2 times, A 2 times, D 2 times, B minor 2 times. We will repeat that. So again, E minor 2 times, A 2 times, D 2 times, and B minor 2 times. And then it just ends with 1 down on G, 1 down on A. And that, my friends, is the ending of Conan Gray's Yours. So yeah, great song. It's very, very easy to play if you just choose to play the downs. If you play the picking, give it a try. It's pretty much the same patterns, different grips, and some grips like this D to the DC could be a little bit challenging. And yeah, you need to practice that. Give it a try. I think it's worth it because it gives you that much more, in my opinion, to have that with you and to be kind of alternating the downs with the picking. So good luck with this one, guys. It's all for you. I do this. I love your support. So please feel free to leave a comment and thumb up this, and even better, subscribe and be a member of Gordon Guitar. So thank you for watching, guys. See you soon. Play tuned.